Okay, good morning, everybody. We will start in a moment. So welcome to our webinar. If somebody could let us know if you can hear us, maybe I'll ask Diana from Moldova, as we know each other. Could you write a short message that you can hear us? Yes, Adam can, and David. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Margit. So I will start with introduction of our project. It's called EIP Plus, which means Eastern Partnership Plus, and just very shortly I'll present our activities of the project. It's a 3-year-long coordination and support action, which is dedicated to the EU EIP science, technology and innovation cooperation. It includes partners from all 6 EIP countries and from several EU member states. And just a couple of our project objectives, some of them are supporting the EU EIP policy dialogue, fostering interaction between EU EIP researchers and promoting Horizon 2020 program. And we also work on enhancing the EU EIP research innovation partnership. The project, I can tell you what project can give the researchers from EIP countries. That could be grants for you to travel to brokerage events organized in EU, or the preparatory meetings for Horizon 2020 projects. We organize information days. We support the NCP networks within the EIP countries. We also work with scientific diaspora. And as today we develop the webinars to which you're welcome every time, and they are announced on our project webpage, which you can see here. And please go to this page. You can sign in for the newsletter. You can also find the project on Facebook, and there are many other events to which you are welcome. And I will pass the word to my colleague now, who will present the SPIRE cause. And he is a national contact point in Poland for nanotechnologies, materials, biotechnology, processes, and production. And his name is Jarosław Piekarski. He will lead the next presentation, to which I am now switching, and I will pass the microphone to him. Muszę włączyć inną prezentację.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Olga, for this kind introduction. And let me start. With providing you information why we are talking about exactly about SPIRE. if you look at Horizon 2020, SPIRE is a part or common entrepreneurship of 2 or 3 areas of Horizon 2020. First of all, the NMBP means nanotechnologies, materials, biotechnology and production and processes, or it's better to say industrial technologies area, and plus 2 social challenges, environment, climate change, environment, and so on, and also energy. And SPIRE stands for Sustainable Process Industry for Resource Efficiency. Indicative budget of the SPIRE is 900 billion euros, and if you look at the NMBP part of the Horizon 2020 work program for 2018-2020, Sustainable Process Industry is the only part of the work program where the international cooperation with Eastern Partnership countries is explicitly raised. That's why really this part of Horizon 2020 work program for 2018-2020 is of great importance for this region and also for the collaboration of EU in the area of research and innovations. Well, and still completing the information about me, you can see in the presentation at the bottom the logo of NMP team. NMP team is a networking project for NMBP NCPs. So it's a parallel network to ERP Plus consortium, and we are providing support in NMBP area. So that's why SPIRE is of our great interest. Okay, let's coming back to the SPIRE topic, SPIRE issue. As I said, SPIRE stands for Sustainable Process Industry for Resource Efficiency, and it's a contractual public-private partnership. What does it mean? It means that the European Commission as a public partner and SPIRE Association as a community partner or private partner signed an agreement in 2013 to implement the SPIRE initiative. The SPIRE initiative and European Commission decided to provide funds at the level of 900 million euros. But, of course, European Commission gives the money for something. So, the key targets for these initiatives are less energy consumption, fewer use of primary raw materials, and resulting from this suitable reduction of CO2 equivalent footprint. So then you can see these numbers, 30%, 20%, 40%. These are estimation of results of the technologies provided or generated under SPIRE program. Of course, not only technologies are of interest of the initiative, the products are also new knowledge, new skills, new jobs created, and also increased use of renewable feedstocks in order to close the loop of production or the use of materials. Well, And sustainable process industry gathers together 8 sectors of process industry. They are listed here. The most important are chemicals, processing of metals, minerals, and of course process engineering. And the objectives are described and are specified in details in the SPIRE roadmap, which is available at European Commission website, but also at the SPIRE initiative website, which is shown here, SPIRE 2030 EU. But what is most important, calls are implemented according to normal Horizon 2020 procedure, means the Commission is responsible for preparation and for running the SPIRE calls. The role of the private partner is at this stage advisory, means they provide the input to the strategy, first of all through the roadmap, but also the association monitors the implementation of the program and gives a kind of feedback. Generally in the association there is over 140 partners, and so far as INSPIRE project were engaged close to 1,000 units, so organizations. So then really the impact or the range of the program is wider than only the organization engaged in the partnership. Okay, what is the assumption and how it should work? So here you can see the loop of or life cycle of the product, from the input, which are raw materials, but also energy and different enablers like additives and say water and so on, necessary to production or to processing. Next, we have the process. We have on the right side the products, but not only products, but also residues and waste. And down you have the arrow showing closing the loop. And what is the aim of the SPIRE is to affect all components of the loop in order to achieve the targets. So far, over 70 projects were awarded in calls 2014-2017. And it's the real value of the initiative, not the agreement, not strategy, but exactly results of the projects. And here, next to slides, you have all projects founded under SPIRE initiative listed. So you can inspect them. And on the basis of progress monitoring report for 2016, I can provide you these indicators how it's implemented. The left column, this column shows the assumed or objective value of these indicators included in the agreement between Commission and the private partner. On the right hand side, you can see value of these indicators after, say, half of half stage of implementation of the program. So this midterm review shows that practically these indicators are kept, so we can expect that the impact of the initiative will be bigger than assumed at the preparatory stage. Here you can see contribution or distribution of EC contribution between countries. You can see that the biggest beneficiary of the program, I can say, as usually, is Germany. It's the biggest and most developed, one of the most developed countries in Europe, so it's, I can say, normal situation. The next, we have Spain, Italy, France, UK, so in fact the biggest countries. Here we have 15 countries listed, and among them is one, Norway, which is associated country, but also two countries, two new member states, Slovenia and Poland. And you can see, so far Germany received funds at the level of 80 million euros. Both Slovenia and Poland got over 8 millions. So we appreciate really the performance of Slovenia in this program, because really it's a small country with 2 million inhabitants, so really its performance is impressive. And this slide shows, or this diagram shows the split of the funds between countries. So old member states, EU15, received close to 90% of funds, 5% went to new member states, about 3% to associated countries, and about next 3% to other countries like candidate, including Turkey and Iceland, and third countries 1%. And next table shows you summarized values. What is interesting, that average contribution, European Commission contribution to one project is at the level of 6.5 million euros. Average contribution to one partner is over 400,000 euros. And what is important, average success rate is at the level 16. And the first diagram here, this blue line, shows exactly this average success rate. And these points, these bullets, shows the success rate for different countries. You can see that Norway and Poland performs very well with 30% success rate, but the master is Slovenia, over 40%. So really, it's not very difficult to receive funding from this program. Okay, and types of organization. You can see that over half of funds went to or goes to private for-profit organizations. Among them, around half are small and medium-sized enterprises. And top 10 organizations in the program, you can see the leader is VTT from Finland. It's a research industrial institute, over close to 11 million euros of contribution, and Fraunhofer. And practically among them we have SINTEF, which is Norway Institute, but the other are from the, say, old Union. And if you would like to learn more on projects, you can visit the Spire 2030 webpage. All projects founded under Spire initiative are described there, are listed, and links to their web page of projects are provided there. So if you are interested if you intend to join the initiative, please visit the page, learn how it's performed. Okay, now several words on Polish participation in the initiative, because we are Polish, we have to say also about our, we can say, successes. Here you have calls published that have been published for these 4 years between 2014 and 2017, and practically each year three projects with Polish participation are run. And so 12 projects so far of 70 so far funded are with Polish participation, and Poland in fact contribute to all areas of the initiative, of all targets: process control, management systems for energy and resources, industrial symbiosis, recovery technologies, valorization of bioresources, and here also processing themselves. Let me now say a few words on 2 of these projects. The first one is IC-SPEC, which have been granted under the call of 2014. The project has received the EC contribution at the level of 5.5 million euros, and the coordinator is the German holding Siemens. The participants, there is in the consortium, there are 8 organizations from 4 countries. Among them are 2 Polish organizations, means Wrocław University of Technology, and a small company, in fact practically startup, AirOptic, but it's a very important company because this company is specialized in providing devices for based on sensors that are the core of this project, because the core of this project, it was the developing of inline methods for monitoring gas composition during processes. And such a analyzer has been elaborated and just is commercialized exactly through this AirOptic company. The other project I would like to show you is the project Volcano. And aim of this project was to elaborate the method of retrofitting of 2 types of industrial furnaces. The consortium is composed of 12 partners from 7 countries. Among them is one of Poland, Polish Research Institute of Energy. And this institute contributes to the demonstration part of the project. And what is objective of the project, what is the methodology of this project, is to apply 5 different technologies to the refurbishment procedure of industrial furnaces. This project just now has been running for 1 year and is just now at, in fact, initial stage of implementation. Okay, as I said, if you are interested more in projects elaborated under SPIRE or implemented under SPIRE, please visit the webpage SPIRE 2030. There you can find all developments. Now I'll turn to the future, means to calls just published for 2018 and 2019. Here there is a list of SPIRE topics included in NMBP work program. There are 3 topics for 2018 and the deadline is very close, really close. It's 22 February 2018. But be aware or pay attention that the budget of these 3 topics at the level 97 is close to 100 million euros. Means that average value to each topic is, average contribution to each topic is over 30 million euro. It's really a lot. Usually, or in previous years, for an MVP, such amount of money was attributed to 5-6 topics. But it has been changed. Just now we have bigger, less topics, but with bigger budget. There are more, say, more open, and we expect to support more projects. So we hope the accessibility of the program would increase. Okay, among these topics is processing of material feedstock using non-conventional energy sources. Next, elaborate methods for flexible use of energy and resources, and you can see it's 50% here indicated, means it's 50% contribution of private companies or private organization to the topic. And the last one is on recycling on plastics. For 2019, there are also 3 topics, also with similar budget close to 100 million euros. And here we have topic dealing with downstream processes, integration of downstream processes. Next, adaptation to variable feedstock in the process for processing, and the last one deals with digital technologies for production plants. But SPIRE, as I indicated in the beginning, SPIRE to the SPIRE initiative contribute also energy and environment societal challenges. And for these 2 years, we have 3 topics in energy part. The first one dealing with conversion of captured CO2. Second, with use of solar energy in industrial processes. And the last one dealing with business models of business models for recovery of waste heat and cold. Okay, and in the part climate change and environment, we have methods to remove hazardous substances from secondary raw materials, means from the waste containing raw materials, and also on water in industrial processes. Now I will focus on the topics which are formulated for 2018 calls. I will provide you. Provide you an detailed insight on them. And first topic is Spire O2, processing of materials feedstock. Why it was formulated? Because just now Europe intend to replace fossil energy sources by non-conventional ones, but these energy sources are characterized with fluctuating supply. Means it's necessary to elaborate a suitable procedure, suitable methodology to have robust production based on, say, non-robust energy sources. That's why it's necessary to elaborate suitable technologies, but also suitable business models in order to adapt the production to this say evolution of energy delivery. The second topic again deals with energy, but also with resource flexibility, because and here the aim is to provide to provide solutions for whole value chain. So in order to have efficient production, and also it's necessary to consider the process efficiency and reduction. So generally we can receive more efficient, cheaper production with different energy and different streams of raw materials. The third topic under NMBP work program is recycling of plastics. Recycling of plastics. Why? Because it's very important, as the amount of plastic waste still increase and constitutes a great environmental problem just now. So it's necessary to elaborate also technologies and models of treatment of waste materials, of reuse them, in order to support a circular economy. So the scope covers the processes for production, but also treatment of energy, as well as supply of raw materials, and so on. And finally, what is most important, you can see the impact. The goal is to use at least 70% of waste materials for production. Among them, at least 40% should be plastic waste. This, as I said, these are 3 topics from the NMBP work program, and we have also 3 topics for 2018 from energy and from environment. The first one is from the energy area, from the environment area. These are methods to remove hazardous substances and contaminants from secondary raw materials, so from waste. Why? Because in order to reuse reuse waste. In order to be able to process this waste, it's necessary to remove from them unwilling substances. So then, robust methods are necessary in order to purify the waste and be able to recycle them. Next one, conversion of captured CO2. I hope you are aware that the capturing of CO2, CCS, is one of the methods that are promoted to decrease to fight with the global warming. So, but it's a problem if the CO2 is captured, what to do with this CO2, how to store them or how to transform it. And this topic looks for the solution, looks for the CO2 conversion technologies viable from the point of view of technological and economical efficiency. So the goal is to provide technologies that are viable from the economical and technological point of view to convert CO2 to other useful substances. The last topic I would like to raise is the business case for industrial heat cold recovery, as it was mentioned. This topic for 2018 has the part cost-benefit models for industrial waste heat cold recovery and is focused on elaborating cost-benefit simulation tools that allow for best utilization of waste cold heat. So then some requirements on this simulation tool are formulated especially in impact part, and what is important also that it's indicated that international cooperation with China is suggested or promoted. Well, let me raise you that 1 month or over 1 month ago, in the beginning of October, there was organized in Brussels by the Commission, of course, Open Innovation Days. And these Open Innovation Days were dealt with NMBP part of Horizon 2020 work program. Among them, there was a session on SPIRE initiative. You can see here recording of that. You can access this recording and you can really learn more on the initiative, on the topics for the initiative, because each topic has been commented or introduced by a suitable officer from European Commission. Also, you can follow in the recording, you can follow the 1 hour brokerage session with 13 presentations on potential collaboration. And here you have the link to the webcasting of the session. You can also access this webcasting through NMP team webpage. And here you have several addresses or 3 addresses where you can find support and find information on SPIRE initiative. Welcome to NMP team and also to NMBP NCP network. You can address to them. You can contact your national contact point for NMP in your country, or contact directly us through NMP team webpage. As NMP team, we provide partner search. You can see the screenshot here. There is several entries for partner search or partner offer. Please visit the page. You can check if the tool is useful for you. And we encourage for use it, and thank you for attention. Please eventually ask us question just now or after in writing. We'll try to explain not clear issues. Yeah, thank you very much.